Hey everyone, welcome back to DigiDaily. I have such a great episode to get to you guys today. I'm so happy. So first of all, let us show these two off. So we have, I don't know who the hell this is. I don't know, Barracutamon, that's what I'm going to call him. That's his name and I'm sticking to it. And then we of course have Togemon X. I'm pretty sure that's Togemon. I love the sombrero. Looking good there, Togemon. Most people would say that it's cultural appropriation, but like, I'm not Mexican. But I'm not offended, if that counts. Probably doesn't. So let's make it the morn for these two, because right now I'm recording late. What else is new? Hold on, I turned the sound off on this by accident. Alright, awesome. Alright, so, yeah, super late. I missed the roll on this, that's not good, but it's fine, because we're not going to do any leveling on these two again. What we're going to do is we're going to get them to max effort again, and see if that's going to keep us on this line we got going on here, because this Deep Savers line and this kind of Nature Spirits line makes a bit more sense, so I'm going to assume that they have similar requirements throughout. I will say this, I found out that if you do want to get Lupmon and Terriermon, you need 0 care mistakes, 0 effort. So next run, I may go for that, or next one, I might go for Alphamon or Yuken. I don't know yet. We'll see when we get there. We're not even halfway done with this, so let's just focus on this right now. So let's just go into training a couple times. We'll do Excite training. We'll see how bad the roll was on this. Oh yeah, that's bad. We'll be able to show off this one's cut in. Ooh, creepy. I like that. That's cool. It looks like his, it looks like he had a knife for a nose and it got like cut. That's pretty sick looking. Kind of like a Metal Seedramon with a cut nose. You know what I mean? That's pretty sick. So that was bad, but this is excellent. That's good. I want to see Togemon X though so bad. Like I need to see this. Yeah, I need to see this. Okay. And then we'll get to what I'm pretty... Oh, awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I adore it. Cool. That's sick. That's a really cool looking Digimon. Not usually big on the aquatic Digimon. Just not really... I don't know. Never been my aesthetic. I love fish. I love the sea. I don't know. Maybe because I have a fear of the ocean. That could be it. But yeah, that is sick. That is super sick. So, we're not going to get them to full effort because we got a long episode coming up. I promise you that because we got a couple things. My package from Japan got here in a matter of like hours. It was just like crazy how quickly it got here. Like I didn't even expect it. They were like, yeah, we're going to ship it out February 2nd. And like February 2nd in Japan was yesterday, like I will say that much, but still, like that's like a day that it took to get to here. That's crazy. FedEx is on some other stuff right now. It's nuts. So sadly, no crazy unboxing video. As far as me like opening up the package, taking it out of the package, all that stuff, because this whole pandemic really, it's got me very, very cautious, and I don't know who is packaging this, I don't know who's handling it, so I had to like open everything up and pretty much sanitize it. So there's not going to really be like a cool opening and I pull it out and whatever, and that kind of sucks, but you know, I gotta stay safe, and I implore you guys to stay safe too. Do not keep any cardboard boxes in your house. I suggest you throw them out immediately. Sanitize the contents inside the box and sanitize your hands, and anything that the cardboard box is in contact with, because you never know. So first thing on the list is of course, ta-da! We have the Digimon Mini. Oh my god, guys, I have one, and looking at it, I don't know why, but looking at it through the viewfinder, like in the set, is like surreal to me. This is crazy. Like I own this now. I wasn't even this excited earlier. I don't know why I'm getting so excited. This is so cool. I love these. These are so tiny. I have really small hands. I gotta be honest with you guys. My hands very small. I don't know if you guys can notice that because they look big relative to everything else. I have very tiny hands. These things are so small. Here's a comparison. Here's my thumb, right? Here's my thumb. Like these are so small, so cute. I'm so surprised that they were able to fit pretty much this, not a 20th, but an original device, into this little tiny thing. Look at the background. The background is not very similar. This is reminding me of some background. Maybe the pendulum background. Let me see here. Not really. This does remind me of something though, this background. Very reminiscent of something. Let me see this one. Oh yeah, there we go. That's odd. That is definitely File Continent and not File Island. Cool. I knew I recognized it from something. Yeah, that's interesting that the background is not the version 1 background, but I'm very, very tired of the version 1 background, especially because of all these 20ths that are coming out. Like, I love the fact that we're getting all these colors. That's awesome. But Bandai of America, can we get some different backgrounds, please? Like, there are some really cool backgrounds from the original Digital Monsters that you can use, like the Wasteland or any of the other versions, or the beach one. I would love a beach background, please. Let's try doing that for the next wave. If we're gonna do another wave of 20ths, can we at least get a new background, please? Because I'm getting pretty sick of the generic background. But like I said, I have it. It's so cute. It's so small, and we're obviously gonna, fire this up because as I'm recording this, the hatch actually started yesterday. But I will be starting it a couple days late. But that's fine. But that's not all. We have a very this is literally going to be the thumbnail. I gotta flex. This is a hard flex. This is the hardest flex I'm ever going to be able to do on the channel, bar none. Just because the circumstances behind this will probably never be recreated. I don't want to like jinx myself, but I don't think I'm ever going to get this lucky with another Digimon item again. I hope I do though, because if I could use this luck to get myself finally the anime original version 15th, I'd be very happy. But let's jump right into it. We have the version 3 Digimon Mini. So the Digimon Mini, there were only 3 versions. This is version 1, and this is version 3. So the version 1 is very similar to the version 1 VPET, which I do have back here, the gray one. But I'm showing this one off because this is really the color most people associate with the version 1. Also, like, they're both red. So this one, the version 2 kind of veers off. It doesn't have exactly the same Digimon that you have on the version 2. It has the Tentomon line, which was never on the original VPETs. It was in the version 6 that was exclusive to Australia, but not in America. It wasn't released in Japan either. This one also kind of goes on its own thing, and obviously, as you can see, the mascot for this one was Leomon. Leomon's on the package, and this is brand spanking new. I did not think this was actually going to be new. I thought it was going to be in the package, but not new. This is new. This hasn't been open. This is like, coming off, but this is just really old tape, and also probably wasn't stored properly, but this has never been opened. I know it looks open, but this tape here has never actually come off. It's still on there from whenever, excuse me, I'm having hiccups now. Whenever the hell this thing came out, which is back in 2000, let me look for the date. I think it's either 05 or 06, one or the other. Actually, I really have to open this up because I'm pretty sure the battery in here is not going to be good. And now I have worried myself. But there's no, I can't find it. Oh, no. Right there. Look at me, dum-dum. The date is right there, 2005, 2006. So really 2006 for this little baby. And this device, out of the packaging, I've seen it go for almost as much, like 100, 200. And the device is never like good looking. It's like, crappy device. It's missing the keychain, which this is easily sourceable from like a bunch of stuff. But still, I want the original one. And this goes for a lot. And I have it. I own it. This is nuts. I get to open it on the channel. How cool is that? Like, I don't know. Like, how many people are going to be able to say, like, yeah, I opened one of these on camera? Like, this is cool. This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing, Not every day you get to open up something like this. I don't think I've done any unboxings of an older device from Digimon on the channel yet, So I'm going to be cutting, even though, like, the tape is ready to fall off, I'm still going to be cutting through it because I do not want to damage the packaging at all, because this is nice packaging. and I would hate to get it messed up. And this is really, like, the state of this package and the tape makes it look older than it actually is. This is only from, like, 2005. The way this packaging looks like is very similar to the pendulum little cases that I got recently. Very similar to that, like in quality, I guess you could say, or just like in looks. But it's not. Look at that. It's like literally falling apart, quite literally, because again, I think it's more of an issue with how it was stored than how old it actually is. I just realized this means I also have a manual in here. There should be a manual in here. Look at this little cutout there. This is cool seeing this in person. Also, this is so much smaller than I expected. I don't know what I was expecting. It's so much smaller. Oh, yeah. Sorry. There you go. Look, a little manual. So I'm going to try to scan this for you guys because I don't know many resources that have an actual, what's the word? Manual. Sorry, I got a brain fart. I'm just too busy looking at how gorgeous this thing is. I thought about, I've had dreams about owning this thing. I'm not joking you, because not only do I like Leomon, he's cool. I like the color green. That should be very obvious. If you didn't know, green is my favorite color, which is why I plan on getting the green version 20s when I get the chance. But this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. I like when they put this image on the outside of the packaging, by the way. I usually do that myself. But back in the day when they used to do that kind of thing, it was never outside of the packaging. It would be on the device itself. I always kept them, just because, I don't know, I think they're cool. I used to stick them on the back of my devices. What did you guys ever do with those stickers? Oh my god, look at this. This is beautiful. So this background, it's so tiny I can barely recognize it. It looks kind of like Digital Hell. Kind of similar to that. I don't know what the background of this is supposed to be, actually. I gotta look that up. I'm gonna open up this. The battery doesn't look bad. Does not look like it's corroded or anything, but just in case, let's open it up. So to open these up, I love these. I don't know why they don't do this for every toy. You just push this in and you slide it out. Perfect, just like that. This is a very old battery. I kind of don't trust it being in there, personally. Let me try to get this out. Just because, like I said, this is an old battery. I'd rather put like a brand spanking new battery in this thing. Really breathe it in some new life. Even though, like, it's got the tab in it. So it shouldn't have had any contact with the board, but, it's still an old battery. It's still a better idea to get this thing out of here. Which, I don't know how to get this thing out of here, to be honest. But yeah, let's look at this. White buttons, blue screen. Interesting color combination, but it looks real nice. Again, super tiny. 3-prong connector. This is one of the first VPETs to incorporate the 3-prong device. Actually, no, I'm lying. Sorry. The Pendulum X actually started this, and every subsequent device had that. But this was all released around the same time, though. So I got 2 of them because these really should be fighting each other. I know I do have the XL, and if I couldn't get a second one, I was going to use the XL as a battle buddy, but that would have really been hard for the Mini to win, because the Mini is just not as strong as the XL. Okay, I see the little divot right there. Hard to see it when you're looking at it like this. Let me just pull back. Get that out. Okay. I mean, this is an immaculate battery. Oh, no it's not. Spoke too soon. Look at that. Oh, thank God I took this out. Oh my God. Welcome to the Xanaxdu channel where we inspect batteries. As you can see right there, that is corrosion. That is not your friend. That'll ruin your VPETs for, not forever. It's possible to, depending on the damage, it's possible to fix. But yeah, that was an accident waiting to happen, and I'm happy I took that out and did not take that chance. There's no date on it, sadly. I'll just put it off to the side. But I will get new batteries for this, and I will get new batteries for this, and we'll start these babies up. So yeah, I'm a madman. I'm now running 4 devices. I think that's the most I've ever run, but I could be wrong. I think I might have ran 4 before. I think I might have back in the day. I think I might have ran 2 of my Pen 20ths and 2 of my DM 20ths, but I don't remember. But more importantly, let's get out the. Where are my batteries? I'll be right back. Let me get some batteries, and then we'll pop them in. Okay, we got 1 battery and 2 fresh to death Energizer batteries. I'm not sponsored or anything. I like showing them off though because that's where I get them from. I get them from Amazon, and they're very cheap for a 2 of these packs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pack. 2 packs of 5, and they're cheap. They work, and they work really well. They last really well, especially in these older devices. Forget about it. They last really long. On the 20th, they'll also last long, but the 20th, they do waste battery. So we got the Bandai splash screen. Actually, it looks similar to the one in the fake device I showed off during April Fool's. Which, yes, guys, I'm getting a lot of people messaging me saying, "Hey, man, that IC is fake." It was an April Fool's joke. I knew that it was fake when I was showing it off, guys. Fret not. All right, so screen quality. Let's talk about that. This one is a lot darker than this one, but I think that's because this one is literally brand spanking new. This one's been around the block for a little bit. It's been run, and LCD screens do tend to fade over time. One thing about these devices no one ever talks about, and I will show you because I have a good camera, is that this top piece, and only this top piece, sorry for the people that hate that noise, it is textured. As its texture, only on this top layer. Everything else is very smooth, a smooth finish. It's just literally like just this right here has that, and even this clear one has it. And it's a little bit more obvious on this one because you can see that it's been like kind of, you can see it's a little like kind of grayish because it's been cut in. But yeah, that's really cool and interesting. No one ever talks about that, so I just wanted to mention it. So yeah, we have brand new, never opened, never played with version 3, and again, been around the block version 1. So I will say that it's 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Sure, let's go with that. Okay, interesting. And boom. Oh, look at that egg. Oh, for a second I thought that was the Digimon egg. It's not. That egg looks very familiar. Definitely looks like Agumon's egg. But this egg, I don't know. Kind of cute though. Someone let me know in the comments what egg is that. But yeah, as you can see, this screen is very dark because this screen has just never seen the light of day. And again, this screen is more faded, but that's because the thing about these screens is the more they're used is the lighter they get, which is why the 20ths I think are a bit lighter than they used to be. Like my Japanese 20th is not as dark as it was when I first got it, and I think it's because I've been using it more. I think that's why maybe Bandai made the screen so dark. They kind of wanted to future-proof it, which makes me a little worried because that means that these are going to be almost invisible in just a few years. So I would start stocking up on screen replacements for if you have an X2, because a screen swap mod is going to be a must in a few years. So we got Bodemon, obviously, but I don't know who that is yet. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. Okay, so when they're hungry, you press A. That brings up the food menu. We got food 1, 2, and 3. I don't think vitamin matters in this one. Okay, if you press B. Oh, I'm not too sure what B. I guess. Oh yeah. Okay. So everything on this device is contextual. There's very little menus. There are menus here and there, but not as many as your average VPET device. If you press A, you bring up the food menu. I'm gonna feed them just in case. Oop, I'm overfeeding you. Sorry, buddy. Oh, okay. Doesn't default. Okay, that's interesting. This one looks like it. Oh wait, sorry. Gotta use this. Gotta use to showing these off by 2 also because it's just so small. Hold on. Okay, interesting. So as you can see, this one doesn't default to your last selection. This one does. So if I pick that one and I go back, it's there. It defaults to it. This one didn't do that, which is interesting. So if I press C, nothing happens. But if I press and hold C, brings up the clock. Press and hold C on here, same thing. But there's not much we can probably do right now because they're just babies. I cannot, can't train with them yet. I think we can only train at the second evolution, the Baby 2. I do know that on this device, Baby 2 can start fighting, which is interesting. I don't know what device started that. I want to say it might have been the Pendulum X, but I really don't know. But we'll wait for them to get to the Baby 2. to show more stuff off. But pressing C doesn't seem to be doing much, but if I press C... I'm still trying to see how to reset the clock on this. Interesting. Hope you don't get like stuck on the clock menu if you when you set it. Oh, okay, well this one worked. I pressed A and B, which is a little awkward to do because this is so tiny. And again, I have small hands, so I don't know. I feel bad for people who have like enormous hands, because even with my small hands, this is kind of hard to kind of work around. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Just hold A and B when the clock is open to reset the clock, or change the clock. Not too sure if you can pause on this device. There used to be an old trick on the old Digimon V-Pets where if you keep the screen, keep the V-Pet at that menu and you set the clock, it pretty much pauses the V-Pet if you have them sleeping. So you put them to sleep, do that, have it at set, you're pretty much paused. That used to be a little trick, but I think it stopped being a thing after the pendulums. So I wouldn't recommend that for anyone who has a busy schedule. But these I hear are pretty low maintenance devices from what I've heard. So oh my god, I'm just geeking out, guys. It's just so cool. Like, this looks gorgeous. Like, this is in like immaculate condition. I mean, obviously because it's never been opened. I got this thing for an absolute steal. I bought this thing from the seller for only $30. I think this cost me a total of like $35, $36. That is asinine. That is insane. That is like crazy, because again, I've seen this thing go for so much more. And I thought I was just buying it and it had, you know, it had the packaging, but it was repackaged. No, this was like literally, I literally had to cut the tape to open this thing. It is brand spanking new. That is just wild. The actual case looks great. Like the actual translucent plastic is just so crystal clear. You can see right through it, and I love that. Like, this is like my favorite kind of translucent green, where you can really see right through it, but it also still has so much color, just deep, rich color. It's gorgeous. I'm going to be gushing about these probably for another couple days, because I love, if you can't tell, I love see-through things. But you see that this one, it's a bit more matted, where this one's like crystal clear, and I love that. I like this too, don't get me wrong, but I'm a big fan of translucent plastic. I'm definitely a person of my age. That was a big thing back in the 90s. So yeah, this is great. So let's go into a little bit of the design philosophy and the history of the Digimon Mini, if you don't mind. I love talking about these devices even before I owned one. Oh, one thing I do want to mention before I get into that. The screen here, the top screen, I love when they do this because it makes it a lot easier to clean. That means the screen back there will never get hurt because there's always a screen up here. This one, like I said, well loved. It's actually in really good condition. It said okay condition. I would say this is better than okay. This is pretty nice condition. I've had worse. I've seen much worse, like my XL. That one took a little bit of elbow grease and a lot of Displex to fix. But I probably tomorrow, because I'll be talking too much for this episode. This episode's already long enough. I'm gonna Displex this. I'll show you live how Displex can change the display, because you can see all these micro scratches. You can see, especially here, it's very scratched up. I'm gonna show you guys how much Displex can improve your V-Pet screens. So the idea behind this device. This came out during the 10th anniversary of Digimon. So they wanted to kind of rekindle the love of the series to older fans, because at this point the older fans had kind of dropped it, especially around, same thing actually like over here, where around Frontier a lot of people dropped the series and didn't really care much about it. So Savers was an era where they were trying to get people back, like, you know, hey, Agumon's back, the characters are older now, you know. So this came out around that time, and this was 100%, it was marketed towards older fans of the series, people who grew up with it, 10 years prior and are older now. They're in the workforce. And this is a small device. It is less work. You don't have to keep an eye on it every couple of seconds. It's something that you can carry around and kind of play. It's a bit easier to play with. And another thing, and another reason why it's so tiny and cute, is actually because they wanted this to be like a fashion accessory, which is kind of funny. So there is actually a lot of the advertisement for the Digimon Mini would depict older women or older men, working age, dressed up in either suits or dresses, with these kind of strapped around them. I know there's a couple with like women where they have this around their purse. There's a couple where men have them around like their belt loops and stuff like that, or they're holding the device, because that was again, that was the exact idea. They wanted this to be something like, hey, you know, like this is something you can carry around and it kind of looks cool. It's like a fashion statement, which is actually why I believe they made that partnership with Uniqlo, where there are the Uniqlo exclusive color waves of the Mini. I think that's why they exist. There are, I believe, 6 or 8 different Uniqlo designs. I think they're all the version 1 only for some reason, but I could be wrong. I think but I do know that most of them are just the version 1. So the whatever Digimon you have is the same as this device. It's just the actual device itself looks different, which is not too dissimilar to what Bandai always does. So that was really the idea behind these devices, and I always like that. There's something so cool about that idea behind this. I mean, even if you look at these devices, they're definitely trying to simplify and modernize the look of the old bricks. You have still the 3-button setup, but instead of a gate, you get this nice kind of screen going over here. It says Digital Monster on top. And I like it. I like it quite a lot. I've always liked the look of the minis, and I've been dying for one of these for, oh god, you guys have no idea how long I've been waiting to get one of these, and now I have 2 back to back, and I think that's so surreal, and it's a blessing. I'm so happy. So yeah, this is awesome. Sadly, it looks like they're gonna be here for a while in the baby form, so I guess we'll just get into it tomorrow, because this episode's already very, very long, and I have to edit this, and it's very late. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are all well. Please take care of yourselves, drink your water, wash your hands, stay inside, unless you absolutely need to go outside. And, yeah, take it easy, guys. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back with the X2s and the 2 minis. Which one will I enter into the tournament? Who knows? Probably this one, because it has Omnimon, and that's probably stronger. But I don't know. If we can get the super secret Digimon on here, that would be super cool. I'll spoil it for you now, because most people aren't going to watch this. This has Loosemon Satan mode, I believe, on here, which is freaking awesome. So that's one of the reasons why this device is so coveted, and it's kind of hard to find. Not only does it have Leomon in it, not only does it have really cool colors. I believe all the color waves in this last version were all clear. I know there's a yellow one and I think a purple one. So it has Loosemon, Satan mode. It also has Leomon on here. Also, every line on this device can go Mega. On this device, if I was going for a trash run, okay, I don't know if I'm going to go for a trash run on this, or if I'm going to go for Omnimon. We'll see whatever happens. We'll see where the cards lead us. But this device, only Greymon can go Mega. On this device, every Digimon can go Mega, which is awesome. And this is actually the only one, sadly, that can do that. It was only one line per the version 1 and version 2. For the version 3, they switched it up and decided to give everyone a Mega. So that's awesome. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.